Alright everyone, welcome to Game 2 between the Brotoss and Ridal. This is Josh Neutral Chaotic Duke, and along with me as always is Nick Crazian Brown.
Crazian?
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so, yeah, there's all these kind of technical difficulties. I think the casters are actually the rustiest part of this operation right now. Or at least I am. I'm going to go ahead and admit that I am. So
Yeah, I think you are too.
yeah, thanks. So this is Zelnaga Towers, if I'm not
Caverns?
Caverns. Oh my god. I'm gonna quit. Nick, you take over.
Alright, so welcome to
Crazian,
Zelnaga
you take
Caverns.
over.
This is a Cervantes Crazian hybrid human being. In the bottom left, we have the Brotoss, champion of Game 1.
Woo.
And in the upper right, we have Green Terran Ridal, our hero of the broken finger that was not an anus-related incident.
Contrary to vicious rumors started in the last game. Wow, we actually see Ridal going for double gas right off the bat, which is pretty interesting. Maybe we'll see some Banshee play.
That's what I would usually expect on such a small map. But I am pretty terrible at Terran. So
you actually have been doing pretty well. Cervantes
don't-
has been experimenting with other races. You know,
I like
he's
to
in his-
experiment.
Yeah, he's in his interracial phase of his experimentation. Oh, and this is actually kind of big. The Brotoss is actually going to get a scout off here, because that's not a blocked off entrance. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, except no, he
Wow.
Richard manages to scare him away with another SCV,
Because nothing.
and that could be a huge break for Richard if he is indeed going for this Banshee harass. Meanwhile, we're seeing pretty much the precise same opening from Brotoss's last game. I think we should expect MMM with some tank play involved.
Yep. Actually, I didn't have Marauders last time, so it was just MM.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or
And,
not Marauders, Medevacs, sorry.
Medivacs, yeah. And here we see the fast factory. I think he is indeed teching straight to Banshees, which is going to be really interesting.
Yep, I like it. It's good. The Brotoss is getting his orbital command, so...
I like how they have these two SCVs just running around in the middle.
yeah, it's kind of cute. They're like on a date.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
And also the Brotoss has apparently forgotten one SCV just hanging out on the low ground. He walled him out on accident.
Well, he, I don't know. I was going to make some joke, but nothing came to me. So I gave up on
Don't worry about it.
that. So yeah, it's looking pretty Oop, and there's the starport. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to see some Banshees come out. And unless the Brotoss gets like a missile turret, he could be in some trouble here.
One interesting thing is Richard hasn't made his orbital command yet. I don't know if he's intentionally saving those minerals for Banshees, or if that was just an oversight.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that actually. I don't know the build well enough to know like what the mineral requirements would be.
Yeah.
So it did look like the SCV date did end, and it looked like Ridal got the shorter end of the stick. So not so good.
Yeah, well, we'll see how these Banshees, if they get over there in the near future. I mean, there's only like 5 Marines in existence right now.
Yeah.
And
Cloak just started.
And again, I think we're seeing straight for siege tanks, which, you know, are not too effective at Banshee combat.
He's actually getting a starport. The Brotoss is. So
That could also be pretty interesting. I don't know what to expect from these guys anymore.
yeah, he might be able to get some Vikings out, but I think the bigger issue is going to be the cloak, because that can do some serious damage without detection, obviously. So
Yeah. And actually, we're seeing a tech lab go down, so we might have Banshee versus Banshee or some such thing.
yeah, it'd be a little delayed though. I'm kind of surprised he'd be going for a Banshee tech at this point, but whatever, man. I don't even know at this point. I'm still thinking about flying the jets. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, that's pretty intense.
I'm pretty sure we're going back to it after this game, so...
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yep.
Though I haven't quite got StarCraft off my mind yet either after BlizzCon.
Oh yeah. I've definitely gotten way back into it.
Oh, and the scan goes down and sees the starport with the tech lab.
Yeah, so...
And at the same time, Richard scanned... and also saw the starport with the tech lab.
Oh, that's interesting. They both scanned at the same time. Huh.
Yeah, pretty much. And now Brotoss is getting his first Banshee out, and it is rallied straight across the map, though he does not have Cloak yet. It just now started.
That's going to be the big difference. Ridal has Cloak, and he has a pretty good amount of energy saved up, which is... It's going to be a long Cloak.
But he also only has 4 Marines, which are not going to be able to shut down a Banshee very quickly.
And the Brotoss is throwing down missile turrets, so if these can get made relatively fast, Brotoss is going to be in pretty good shape.
That's going to be pretty huge. He also has a significant number of Marines here, or, well, 6. That's enough to take down one or 2 Banshees, though.
Yeah, and it looks like the Brotoss is going to be A-OK, which kind of sucks because... Richard is really teched up pretty hardcore.
Oh, and Richard gets 1 tank down before... No, the tank only has 6 health.
Oh no!
Flies straight into the missile turrets.
Oh, my sound just got loud. After that last game where there wasn't any sound.
And he stops the missile turret over by the factory. This could be enormous if he can take down some of these tech structures.
I think they're still in detection range, though.
And the Banshees also ran out of energy and had to pull back. And during all that, Richard completely stopped production of everything. Both players have a ton of money.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the plan is now.
Has way more. We'll see what's going to happen. This is actually going to be a pretty big year of what happened last time.
And now the Cloak Banshees are in Richard's base, picking off SCVs.
Yeah. Actually going to be the Brotoss actually killed more SCVs that attack.
Oh, and Richard does pick off one of the Banshees with a nice scan, though.
Yeah, but the Brotoss pretty good positioning there of the Banshee.
And we also have a Raven coming out on Ridal's side for counter Banshee play, I suppose.
And the Brotoss did supply block Ridal, so pretty interesting. Wow, this is actually really good control by Brotoss here.
And he is trying to take down that starport before too much can get out there. Meanwhile, Richard is taking down a command center, but has to pull back because of a scan.
Yeah, the Cloak Banshees have returned, so... Oh, it looks like the Cloak's just about to run out for the Brotoss. Oh, except for he killed a large number.
And now the Raven's out. And the Marines are moving in, and they are gonna not be able to do that. Really needs to build an auto turret or something. And now another factory is being built. I don't know what's happening anymore. Oh, there we go. Turret's down, and Banshee dies.
All right, so that was pretty exciting. A lot of Banshee play. But I'd have to say that I think that the Brotoss is pretty far ahead. I mean, if we look at the unit counting station, his economy is a little bit better. He's got far more troops. He could do some serious damage with the push out right now.
Absolutely, and I don't know what the Ridal needs to do right now to get back in the lead, because these missile turrets are just everywhere now.
He actually has 2 command centers that are going out.
If Richard can pick those off with his Banshees, that would be pretty huge.
Can't shoot up. Oh, you mean when they land?
When they land, yes.
I thought you meant like while they were flying. I was like, man, it's been a long time since we've casted.
And we also see now that Siege Tank is being researched by Brotoss. I think he's going to go back and try to build up that ground army like in the previous game.
Yeah. Does the Brotoss actually see... No, he doesn't see these Banshees just yet hovering right
Research complete.
So, yeah. And here comes the Banshees, I think. Yep.
Yeah,
There we go.
there it is.
But all he has to do is take off. Yeah. And it's okay.
But he did. I don't know if Richard noticed this other command center floating past either, because I think his attention was elsewhere.
That always kind of blew my mind that the Banshees could only shoot down. You know, it's like it's the future. Like, we have faster than light technology, but for some reason we still make our missiles like half the between air and ground targets, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the lore writer at Blizzard, so. Ooh.
Wouldn't you love that job, though?
Oh, yes, I would. Yes, I would. It'd be pretty epic. I thought for a second that was a Ghost Academy, but it is the other awkwardly shaped Terran structure, the Armory.
And
if I'm not mistaken, you have to get that before you get a Ghost Academy, so we might get some Ghost play, maybe some nukes.
that could possibly get Richard back into this. He is still a little bit behind, I would say.
Yeah, as far as income goes, the Brotoss has a pretty clear lead as far as income, but
They're actually Richard's been catching up. The harvester difference has shrunk considerably, and
Wow.
Richard's expansion.
the Brotoss. Oh, I thought he was taking a fourth, but he's actually just moving the same command center now over to the sneaky third.
But-
and it looks like he's narrowly going to dodge the Banshees coming in over there.
And just scatting out. If Richard would just take these Banshees and kill off these SCVs at the Zelnaga towers, that would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's doing. No, he's just gonna... Because that map vision has saved the Brotoss on like 2 occasions now.
That was a really stealthy command center move there. I'd imagine that this command center over here is about to get scouted, which is kind of unfortunate since there's a mule down. But
Actually, Richard did not see the other command center.
wow, he didn't. That's crazy.
Oh, that's just really bad luck, because I think he was trying to scout that area and just happened to click a little bit off. And now this command center is going to go for the low ground near expansion next to Richard. I don't know what the reasoning is there.
Why not?
He might be trying a planetary fortress rush.
Oh man, that'd be kind of crazy. It would also
I
be
would
kind of
kind of
awesome
love that.
because you're mining your opponent's minerals. So
And Richard now finally clears off those Zelnaga towers and owns them himself.
yes, he owns them.
He owns them. But at the same time, this is just a significant army out of Brotoss, and he is just pumping units into it constantly.
Yeah, it's interesting. Ridal actually grabbed 2 Thors, which I'm kind of confused. Maybe to deal with the Banshee threat, but
But then Brotoss completely switched tack on that.
yeah. And Cervantes, what do you feel about the whole Thor switch and the expansion coming up? The Thor is going to be a hero unit.
I have to say I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of that concept. I mean, obviously I have to just see what it's like, I guess.
Yeah, I'd have
When
to
it's
say it
actually-
too. But I think you made
But
a good
it-
point about hero units in StarCraft. They
Yeah,
just kind of don't belong.
Yeah, I don't think it's really the point. I mean, they emphasize the strategy of army composition and unit placement. And these Banshees are going to find this command center
Not
that
doing
is just
anything.
hanging out. And Richard's probably going to wonder what that's about.
Yeah, there's actually some awkward clipping there. Looks like the Banshee's like getting a piggyback ride on the command center. It's really awkward. I don't know why the Brotoss just has that hanging out right there. But I don't know. Maybe it's a $400 distraction. You know.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Ooh, and the Banshee's gonna find the third.
Oh, that is fantastic. That's probably, however, going to force the Brotoss' army to move out. And right now, the armies are pretty close in size. The main difference being those... Yeah, and now actually Richard retakes the lead in SCV count with that.
Kind of impressive.
Yeah, especially, I mean, once you get behind in production, it gets pretty hard to catch up. And I guess he's trying to micro this command center a little bit.
Yeah, this is the game for awkward expansions. Because look over here, we have Ridal again taking the third, I guess, but it's like his 4th or 5th base, depending on how you want to count it. So
Neither player wants to go for the gold in this map.
yeah, go for
And
the
now
gold,
Richard's slowly moving forward. I don't know if he micros these Ravens really well. Maybe those point defense drones can neutralize things like tanks pretty effectively.
Yeah, but the Brotoss has 5 siege tanks. That's gonna be
5 siege tanks.
yeah.
And though Richard has considerably more Marines at this point too.
Yeah, but siege tanks can kind of eat.
Oh, and the armies have found each other, and we're about to see this go down.
Brotoss
Whoa,
needs
they
to
dropped
siege up.
that
Oh
tank.
my god, Brotoss isn't sieging up. That's
Caught
so
out of position, and 3 tanks go down. 4. Oh my gosh, and I think actually Richard might have the advantage. Those Vikings are not doing anything. They are just hanging out, and Richard's army cleans up.
Yeah.
Sustains pretty heavy losses himself, but, you know. And now would be the time to go take out those expansions. However, we also see 4 Vikings going across the map. I guess they're going to go take care of that Banshee that's giving the piggyback ride to the CC.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But we also have another Thor and several Marines back in Richard's base, which are just going to be lucky enough to run into them.
Yeah, and I really think that Richard's going to push out here, and the Brotoss really has absolutely nothing to handle it. And it's kind of unfortunate, because I think the Brotoss actually would have won, you know, had he just had his tanks sieged up, you know?
Well, that's the thing about TVT. It's army positioning.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh,
And,
Brotoss is going to get some free shots over here. Yep, with the siege tank.
Yeah, Richard needs to... Oh, he's actually going to go for
Wow,
it.
he's going to push.
I don't know if he has enough to take... Oh, he drops the tank.
Wow, he does have...
Those Thors, man, they are doing work.
Yeah, I never really realized like how good Thors are.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever given them enough credit. And now he's just... There's the
GG.
GG. What a fantastic second game.
We are all tied up. The rust has fallen away, and we have an exciting game 3 ahead of us.